Now recording. Sorry.
Um, hel- Hello, welcome to the Morbid Media Podcast. I am your host, Kieran Healy,
And I'm your co-host, Jesse Evers.
and today we're going to be reviewing the brand new Joji album, Nectar.
Nectar.
So, for those of you listening, Joji is an R&B slash soul slash rapper artist, as in musical artist, who rose to fame back in 2011, I think. When he was a YouTuber known as Filthy Frank. And he continued that career for about 6 years until he had to quit back in 2017 due to health issues. But during the time he was with that YouTube channel, he made music, but obviously he made it joke music to fit with the channel, which was obviously a satire, skits. Personally, I thought a lot of his old YouTube videos were fucking hilarious, even though they were weird as shit.
They were weird as hell for sure.
Yeah, I feel like him, Max Mofo, iDubbbz, and How to Basic are like the epitome of old school YouTube.
Yes. Here, wait. Didn't I remember watching a video like how to basics face reveal or whatever, or something like that, like the real reveal of the owner of the channel or whatever.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Max Mofo?
I thought it was some dude named Chad.
Maybe.
Hang on, I'm gonna go see.
Okay.
And okay, who the fuck it? Okay, never mind. It's not either of those dudes.
Huh.
So yeah, I do remember there being a fourth guy, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
know his name. I do remember though, like I think he and Max have a channel called Cold Ones.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't know about that. Sorry. We should get
Yeah,
into the discussion of music.
yeah. Oh, but first though, I kind of want to finish his little biography that I'm coming
Oh,
up with as this is progressing in my mind. Um,
yeah.
so after he quit YouTube, he started a quote unquote serious YouTube channel under the name Joji, which is the Japanese pronunciation of the name George, and his real name is George Miller.
Mhm.
And he first tried to release an album called Chloe Burbank, but that unfortunately had to get canceled, and I think only a few of the songs managed to get released before the album got canceled. Then not that long afterwards, he released an EP called In Tongues, and that started his rise into the music world. And then he released his first record, Ballads 1, which contains the hit song Slow Dancing in the Dark, which was played everywhere when it first came out.
Yeah.
And obviously, since then, he's been building up his music career. Then he started releasing a set of singles in 2019. And obviously, this year, he released his new record. And now let's start the review of the record. So, the first song on this album is called You. And personally, I think this is an amazing song. It
It's
starts. Oh, go ahead.
so good.
Yeah. I do think this is a really good song to start off an album with. Like the nice piano melody that plays in the beginning. Joji's voice sounds really good on the song, and also on the rest of the album. I think his vocals are really good on this album. And
Yeah, I agree.
and then it sort of like goes into little like orchestra sections and stuff. I don't know. It's just really hard to describe this song. It's
I
more lines like a song that you have to listen to because it's kind of hard to describe it.
there's really only one word that I would describe that song, and it's just greatness.
Yes, it is greatness. Now we have the next song on this album, Modus. Um,
Personally, when I was listening to it, I didn't really like it, but I listened to it a few more times before we were doing this, and it's still not my favorite, but it's better from when I listened to it the first time.
yeah, that's actually kind of the opposite with me. When I first listened to it, I really enjoyed it, but now I don't really enjoy it as much. I just feel like it's very like the issue I have with this song is kind of like how I feel about the rest of this album. Like I can tell some of the songs are underwritten and underproduced, and this is one of those songs. It's just very repetitive. There's nothing really interesting about it, but
Hmm.
it's still listenable. I just won't really listen to this on choice. I just like listen to this if I was listening to the album. You know, and next song on this album is TikTok.
TikTok.
This song this song gives me this song gives me very much like In Tongues, Chloe Burbank era Joji vibes. Just cause yeah, it feels like an old school Joji song just with like a lot more of a improved production.
Yeah.
Personally, this is one of my least favorite songs on this album, but I do
What?
not hate it. I
Man, I
again,
love that song. It's.
hey, let me explain.
I'm
Let me
sorry.
explain
I'm
why.
sorry.
It's okay. You are forgiven. Um, it's a good song. Don't get me wrong. I like it, but if I just compare it to like other songs on this record, like this is one of my least favorite ones. Even though again, I don't hate it. Um, got that weird like low, uh, like it sounds like Joji put like a filter on his voice to make it sound like he turned down the pitch of his vocals or something. It just sounds a little strange, but it kind of works. Uh, and that's all I really have to say about this one. Jesse, what do you think of TikTok?
Well, when I first listened to it, I was like, ugh, I'm not a big fan. But then later on, the more and more I listened to it, the more and more it just got stuck in my head. And the more and more I just had to listen to it. And I just really enjoy it now. And it's probably top five, in the top five of my favorite songs from the album. So,
All right.
yeah.
So, next song on this record is "Daylight" featuring Diplo or with Diplo. I'm not sure what the fucking title is, but
Let
this
me see.
song is really interesting. Like, it's got a very nice groovy drum beat. It's got I think the guitar parts in the song are really nice. I fucking love Joji's vocals on this song so much. Like, his voice sounds really good. Like, this isn't an offense to his voice, by the way, because I actually really like Joji singing a lot. A lot of his songs, like, it sounds like he's more mumbling than he is actually singing, but again, it's still good. But this song, like, it sounds like he's actually trying to sing, even though there are moments where, like, the mumbling comes in, but, I feel like it fits. I don't really know much about Diplo's feature on the song. Then again, it's also Diplo's a DJ, so he probably like maybe wrote the instrumentals for it.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably this is probably one of my favorite songs on this record. Jesse, what do you think of it?
Um, TBH, which stands for to be honest, by the way. Um, I listened to it a little bit too much when it first came out, so I kind of overplayed it for myself, and I don't like it as much as I used to. Like you said, his vocals are very good in this song, but to me, um, they're just, his vocals are better in other songs as well. I, I don't really have much to say about this one other than I'm not a big fan of it anymore.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, it's like when you hear a song everywhere on the radio and on any video or in the store, and then it's just like, oh, this song.
Yeah, that's sort of how I feel about like Enter Sandman by Metallica. It's
Mm,
just it's overplayed as fuck, and it's just everywhere, and it's just sort of like it's not bad, but like it's just not as good as like it's being as it just doesn't fall through with the hype.
yeah,
Yeah. Next song on this record is a nice little interlude called Upgrade. Uh, Personally, um, I I kind of like the song again. Kind of has like old school Joji vibe because I also heard he wrote this when he was 16. So
oh,
back when he was still using the Disaster Music channel.
disaster.
So yeah, just old school Joji vibe. Nice little interlude. Jesse, what do you think of Upgrade?
I thought it was pretty good. It's enjoyable, and I don't really remember it that well.
Yeah, it's understandable. I honestly don't remember like a couple of the songs on this record. Next song is "Gimme Love." Um, this was one of the more recent singles from when before this album got released. Personally, I think out of all the singles, this is probably the worst one. Like this song feels very underwritten. Like here's what I'll say is good about it. Like it has a nice little groovy drum beat. Like the drum beat's very catchy in my opinion. Um, I don't really like Joji's vocal performance that much on the song. Again, it's not bad, but it's a little underwhelming. Uh, Very repetitive in a bad way. Um, Kind of like Modus or Moodus. I'm not really sure. It's the second song
I think it's
on their album.
modest. I don't know, modest maybe.
Whatever the
Track
fuck it
number
is.
2.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. So yeah, this song is just very underwhelming in my opinion. Although that spoon that has "Gimme Love" engraved on it, that's being sold on his website, I think is kind of funny.
Yeah, spoon.
Yeah, I don't really
Um,
have too much to say about "Gimme Love," but Jesse, what do you think of "Gimme Love"?
Gimme Love was around that. Gimme Love was a song that came out when I first started listening to like Joji religiously, if that makes any sense. I heard Slow Dancing in the Dark because of TikTok, the app, and and then when I first heard Gimme Love, I thought it was really good and it was probably one of my favorite songs from Joji, but then I realized, oh, there's more music out there. And then Gimme Love compared to every other song on this album is a little bit underwhelming for me because listening to You um and then going from yeah, just You and comparing You to Gimme Love is like comparing Megamind to Metro Man. You can tell which one was clearly dropped on its head as a baby, but you can still see which one was liked more.
Yeah, yeah, I thought that was
Yeah,
actually an analogy.
it was very bad. What's
The
the next
next
song?
song on the next song on this record is probably my favorite song Joji's ever written. Is "Run." Um,
Yes.
I love this song so much. It starts off with a really nice guitar riff. The first few notes kind of reminded me of "Nothing Else Matters" by Metallica. That again, just the first few notes, and then obviously the progression of the notes is different. And just like Daylight, Joji's vocal performance is very good on the song. Um, the chorus is very nice. The drum beat's very consistent. Um, the guitar solo, both the guitar solos on the song are very good. Um, yeah, I feel like on the good songs, like I don't really have much to say about it. I feel like I have more to say about like the more underwhelming slash bad songs. You know?
Yeah. With the
Yeah,
good
this is
songs, all
probably
you can really say is just they're really good, and like you said, with you, it's shit. I got myself into a loophole that I can't get myself out of. I'm gonna just agree with you on that one, saying it's really hard to think of good things to say when you have more of the negative things to say about the albums that, yeah, about the tracks that you think aren't as good.
yeah.
And that's just me repeating what you said, but that's the only thing I could do at this point.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Yeah,
Um,
probably my favorite Joji song is "Run." What do you think of it?
when I first listened to Run, I was like, this is very different from from what I've heard before, and it seemed a lot more dark slash like there's a word I'm looking for, but it won't come like it just seems a lot more dark compared to some of the other upbeat stuff that you heard, like Gimme Love and Sanctuary. And then especially compared to Daylight, that song's really like upbeat of some sort.
Yeah,
So it just seemed like it was a new turn from something I haven't heard from him yet before.
yeah. Very drastic stylish style change, but
Yes.
still good
And the music
nonetheless.
video is amazing.
Yeah, I remember the first thought I had watching that music video was just like, how fucking long is that limo?
Yeah, it's like 20 miles long apparently.
Mhm.
Also, how
Yeah,
tall was it?
it looked like it was the size of a normal limo in terms of height. In terms of length, fuck no.
I don't know.
I understood that reference.
Okay, thank you. I
Um,
didn't want to complete it, so I was gonna say.
I also remember the Kimmel performance of the song, which was
It was
that was
Fallon,
really good.
actually. Jimmy
Oh,
Fallon.
wait, right, I get the two Jimmys mixed up.
I don't blame you. There's too many show hosts that start with the name. It's either S's or H's, or yeah, it's either S's or J's.
Yeah.
Like
Personally,
there's
I think
Stephen
Kimmel's way.
Colbert, Jimmy
Stephen
Kimmel, Jimmy
Colbert,
Fallon,
Seth
James
Meyers.
Corden. Oh yeah, and then Seth Meyers. What's the other one?
Uh, I know there's Bill Mayer, I think is his name.
Oh, John Oliver.
Yeah, and Trevor Noah.
Does Trevor Noah have a talk show?
Yeah, Trevor. Yeah, the talk show that Jon Stewart used to do. Trevor Noah took over.
John Stewart is another one
Yeah,
for the
again,
Jays.
he
Okay.
used to. Yeah, he used to do it, but then he stopped.
Yeah. Huh.
And
What
oh,
next
go
track?
ahead. Next track is Sanctuary.
Whew.
Uh, Personally, I really enjoy the song. Most of it's not really that interesting, but the chorus to the song is really nice. I really enjoy the chorus to the song quite a bit. Again, Joji's vocal performance is good on the song. It's better on some of the other songs on this album, but it's still good nonetheless. I feel like I'm gonna say that way too much. That Joji's voice was,
That
yeah, I'm gonna say
Joji's
that way
voice
too
was
much.
immaculate. When I first listened to Sanctuary, I loved it, and it was the only Joji song I listened for like 2 weeks. The only Joji song I listened to for about 2 weeks, and I really like it. I love the video, and I just thought that I, Kieran, you know more of the whole technical terms, and I'm over here just like I thought video was nice.
uh,
So
yeah, it's all good
yeah,
though. It's all good.
thanks.
I do remember when Max Mofo reacted to the song. I think he started crying
Wow.
because it reminded him quite a bit of his relationship with George when he made YouTube videos.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, Sanctuary, great song. Next song on this album is High Hopes, which features Omar Apollo.
Yeah.
Um, when I first listened to the song, I kind of liked it, but now I don't really like
I
it
felt
that
like
much.
that one was a major filler song.
Yeah, that's exactly what this song is. Um, I don't really like Joji's vocal performance that much on this song. Um, I remember Anthony Fantano like said that Omar Apollo like tries to be Frank Ocean.
Yeah, I could hear that. Yeah, or like, I could see that.
Yeah, I don't really know much about Omar Apollo. I just all I
Neither
know
do
is
I. This is
from
the
the
first
song.
time I ever heard Omar Apollo's name.
Yeah, same. But yeah, this is probably one of the most filler-based songs on this album.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I don't really have much to say about this. I didn't really like. Again, I didn't like Joji's vocal performance that much on the song, but I thought Omar sounded pretty good on the song.
Mm.
And then we got Nitrous. I kind of like with High Hopes. It's very much a filler song, which is also evident because
Yeah.
it's only like 2 minutes and 12 seconds long.
Yeah. I mean, even the filler songs are still good. It's just you can tell when one had more like planning and more thought put into it than others.
Yeah, pretty much like yeah. This like Nitrous and High Hopes. I felt like were very underwritten tracks.
Yes.
Um, yeah, I don't really have much to say about Nitrous other than that like
Yeah, same
it's
here.
just filler. Like I don't really would again. It's kind of like with Give Me Love and Modus. I wouldn't really listen to this on choice, but if I was listening to the album as a whole, then I would. That would probably be like the only time I'd listen to this song.
Yeah.
The next song is
Yeah.
"Pretty Boy" featuring
Oh,
Lil
I love
Yachty.
that song. I love that one.
Oh, you
It is my favorite song of the entire album.
then you're not gonna like what I'm about to say next.
Kieran, no.
It's probably one of my least favorite songs on this album. But
What?
before you say anything, Jesse, I don't hate it. I do not hate this song.
Okay.
Um, Again, Joji's vocal performance is still good, but a little underwhelming. Um, I don't really remember Lil Yachty's feature that much, but when I first listened to it, I thought his voice sounded good on this.
Yes. Sorry, I'm interrupting you, but most people thought that Lil Yachty was gonna like ruin the entire song, but he actually, didn't. So that was really cool.
Yeah, I thought his addition to the song was really nice. It's kind of
Yeah.
the opposite of like Trippy Red's
Trippy
feature
Red,
on
yeah.
R.I.P. on Ballads One. Like Trippy
Mhm.
sounded good on that song, but then he could also sound really bad on it. He also sounded really bad on it.
Yeah.
But I'll save that for when we decide to review Ballads One.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I don't really have much to say about Pretty Boy. Um, yeah, it's okay. The next song on
Hang
this
on.
album.
I never, said my thoughts on it.
Oh, I am so sorry. Jesse, go ahead.
I
Say what you have to
I'm
say.
sorry for being aggressive, but when it comes to the things I like, Okay, so when I first heard the like original like 1 minute version of Pretty Boy, I thought it was really good, like really really good, to where that was the only song I listened to for straight months back in like March or something, around the beginning of, or like maybe May as well, like I don't know, around summertime, it's like spring, summer. And I just only listened to it, and I love that Lil Yachty's featuring was just, it was just a new twist to something that we were already gonna expect, but then you got to hear more of the amazing like little chorus part that they have, and then the whole like, I don't know, just there's this part of the song that I always just, keeps me just drawn into it, and I just love it so much.
All right. Yeah. Again, this is one of my. Yeah, and I don't hate it, but I just think it's okay. The next song on this album is "Normal People." Little thing before I get into this review, I tried to skim listen to this album beforehand because I realized I don't remember a lot of the songs.
Hmm.
Although I did listen to this one before we started this review. I do not remember it at all.
I don't either. I don't, normal people. I just like, I remember it's very like hard to understand when speak. Uh, when voice is make noise, why no understand? Like that's what I want to know.
That was worded very poorly. Uh,
I'm not sorry.
yeah, I don't really have much to say about Normal People, just because again, I don't really remember the song. Next song on this album is Afterthought featuring Beanie.
Yeah, dude, I thought the song was so amazing, and it's very much tied with Pretty Boy.
For me, because the song holds some like sentimental value to it, like for me, where I remember when we listened to the album, I went to go to bed and I couldn't sleep, but then I put on this song and I fell asleep within like 5 minutes, and I used it to help me go to sleep like every time I needed like help falling asleep. So I guess it just helped, and then like I guess it's just because I was really stressed most nights, and then the song just helped calm me down.
Mm,
I thought it was
yeah,
really nice and like soothing for me.
yeah. I actually really enjoyed this song. Uh,
Yeah.
Joji's vocal performance is good on this song. It's a little bit more of the mumbling style that was used on like In Tongues and Ballads
Mm.
1, but no, I still liked his vocal performance. God damn it, I'm already falling to my own goddamn loophole. Uh,
I like his vocal performances.
Beanie's feature is really good on this song.
She is an amazing artist,
Yeah, I don't really know much
and
about Beanie, but
her
other than
song
this song,
"Glitter" is amazing.
all
Yeah.
right, I'll check it out when I get the chance.
Okay.
Um, yeah, Afterthought, honestly, one of the best songs on this record. It doesn't really feel that much. It feels a little bit more like I'd choose to listen to this. Like
Hmm.
that's how much I like Afterthought. Uh, after the Afterthought, we got Mr. Hollywood. Honestly, in my
Mr.
opinion, one of the worst songs on this
Hollywood.
album.
Uh,
I just I don't really like this song that much, and this is probably one of Joji's worst vocal performances in recent years. What do you think about uh, Mr. Hollywood?
um, I mean, it's a good song, but it's not one that I'm gonna like purposely listen to. Like you said, if it's on the album, like when I listen to the album as a whole, I'll listen to it. But if I'm choosing the songs I want to listen to, I will not purposely play it.
Yeah. this is kind of like High Hopes and Nitrous and Buddhist. Very
Yeah.
filler. Very, very filler.
Yeah.
Uh, but the album comes to redemption with 777. Uh,
I. Phew, I'll let you
uh,
go.
oh, thank you. This song is very upbeat, kind of like Run, very drastic style change, although this is obviously a different style than Run. Very upbeat. Uh, Joji still pulls off this song though, even though it's very different than what's normally released. Um, yeah, I think it's a good song, and I choose to listen to this song. What
Yeah.
do you think of it?
I really like it, and it's a song that makes me want to like wish I had my license so I can go out late at night and drive around to it. Um, it makes me just want to get up and dance and enjoy my own enjoy some time to myself as well, but also like have a dance party with other people.
Yeah, I get that
I
feeling.
really like it.
Yeah, so 777 gets a thumbs up from me.
Yeah.
Uh, Next on this album is Reanimator. Just like normal people, I don't remember this song
I
at
don't
all.
remember shit. I remember it's like oh Reanimator. I remember it's like one of those.
It does feature an artist who I'm not even going to try
Isn't
to
it like
pronounce
Ryu
their name.
Brown?
I know
Brown.
Rye Brown is on Normal People.
Oh,
I have no clue how to pronounce the name of the person who's featured on Reanimator.
oof,
Yeah, I don't really remember the song that well. The next song is Like You Do.
don't even get me
Personally,
started.
I fucking love this song so much. Like, normally when I listen to music, I don't start crying, although there are exceptions. And when I first listened to the song, like I started getting a little teary because I was like, "Shit, dude." Joji delivers really well on this song, and yeah, the progression notes for the piano is really good too. And Jesse, what do you think of Like You Do?
I cried when I first listened to it. It's really good, and it gets me really emotional because, especially recently, because situations have been going on, and yes,
We won't get into that.
thank you.
Uh, yeah, Like You Do gets a thumbs up for me,
It's a
and
solid 9 out of 10 for me, dog.
yeah, I'd
9.5. It's very close to a
I'd
10 out
choose.
of 10.
Yeah, very much. I'd choose to listen to this song.
When you were trying to say I choose to listen to the song, you said it like I chew, and I was gonna say bless you, but then I don't think you would understand my joke.
Nah, it's more than line, just like a cute little joke. Like not really funny, just more like just adorable.
Just more of a, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the last song of this record is
Your
Your Man.
man.
Uh Very much like 777, very upbeat. Um Although I haven't really listened to this song that much, I do
Ooh.
remember it somewhat well, and I think it's really good. And I remember like looking at the comment section on Joji's Instagram post, like as soon as this album came out, and a lot of people were saying where this was the worst song on the album, and I was
Yeah,
just
I
like,
don't understand that. It's really good. I mean, it's obviously not the best one, but there are way worse songs on the album. No offense to George or Joji. Not gonna say his name like I know him personally.
"Mhm, yeah." This also was very good for a closure song for this album. Personally, I
Yeah.
thought "Like You Do" would have been a better closure song.
I feel like a better closure song would yeah, either would have been Like You Do or 777.
Mm. Uh, yeah.
I don't know,
Did you
just
already
me,
say
but
what
I
you?
guess No,
Did you already skip it?
with Your Man, when I first listened to it, it made me smile because I mean, at first I was just crying after Like You Do. And then You're a Man, it's very upbeat. It makes me happy. Makes me want to just, get up and walk around and dance like that weird alien from the video. Um, I thought that his singing was very nice, and um, I just liked how the song was like done. Yeah, it was a good song. This album was amazing.
Hmm. And yeah, that finishes up our individual review of each song. So, final thoughts on this album. This is, I think I might have already mentioned this in the beginning. This is Joji's best piece of work thus far that he has made. It's
Yeah,
so good. Production's really well. He has mostly good features on his songs, especially Beamies on Afterthought.
Afterthought. Yeah,
And yeah, originally I would have given this a 9 out of 10, but now when at least my first listen, I gave it a 9 out of 10. But now when I listen to it a little bit more, I probably just bump it down to like maybe a 7.5.
ooh,
Just, uh, most just because of the filler. I thought there was too much filler. Kind of
yeah.
like Naruto.
Um, damn. Well, for me, I'm gonna give it like a 8 or 9 out of 10. Mainly just because um it was one of the only albums from Joji I actually got to look forward to and have like a good experience listening to. And I remember Kieran, the first time I listened to it was with you, and we were in the Discord and we were just like waiting until midnight for it to be released. And then it was released early, and we were like, "Holy shit, we should just do it now!" And like we just spent the entire day just being all hyped up, listening to music in our Discord and having just a handy dandy hell of a time. So
Mhm.
um, I'm gonna say 9 out of 10 just because it stuck with me a lot more than other albums that I were able to witness when they got released.
Yeah.
Like when, oh man, but if you want to know filler, go to a Weezer concert and have them play only fucking covers and like only like four of their actual own songs.
Or just go to a Weezer concert and see them perform songs that aren't from the Blue album.
Well, I mean, like I can accept that, but just like I come here to hear your songs, not cover songs. I mean, like I know your
Yeah.
covers are good, but I don't want to hear 20 of them.
Yeah, I like some of those songs on the cover album. But
Yeah, they're good. Um, but yeah, so Joji, I love your music, man. I love the humor you had as Filthy Frank, and I can't wait to see what more comes with the the growth of you as a person and you as an artist and human, just everything. I'm excited for your future.
yeah, pretty much like what he said. George, I doubt you're gonna find this podcast, but I
That would
wish
be amazing.
and that would be amazing if he found this. But I wish you the best of luck. I enjoyed your time as Frank, but I even more enjoy your time as being a musician. This new album made me very much hyped for your next one, and I wish you all the best of luck. Before we end this episode, there's some stuff I want to say. So, for those of you listening, Tuesday, September, October 6th, Eddie Van Halen, the legendary guitar player for the band Van
Ugh.
Halen, passed away from uh, a battle with throat cancer. This is probably one of the only celebrity deaths to really hit somewhere because Van Halen really made good music and was an inspiration for me to pick up the guitar. Even though I have no clue how to
Yeah.
play any Van Halen songs, I
Mhm.
still they were still a big influence. And hearing about Eddie's passing, like it really hit.
Damn, yeah, I didn't expect that. I wasn't expecting this, so it kind of got brought on me on this way to put me on the spot, Kieran. I mean, like when I found out, I was really torn, and it just kind of put me in a weird funk because I really digged Van Halen for such a long time, and uh, just finding out that Eddie Van Halen has passed away, it's just like someone that I idolized when I was really into playing music. It just like I don't know, it's just the fact that you could never meet one of your idols.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my condolences go to Eddie's family and his friends. Uh, little
And
thing
his
for our
fans
viewers,
and
yeah, and his fans as well. Little thing I kind of just want to put out. If you guys are able to show as much support as you can to Eddie, to Eddie's legacy, and to all the stuff that he's done. Show support to his family, his friends, his fans. Do what you can, whether it be posting something on social media or buying a piece of merch or blasting Van Halen's music in your car or just in your headphones, whatever it is.
just anything really.
Yeah. I haven't had a celebrity death hit this much since Chester from Linkin Park died. Um, what else was I gonna say? Shit, I was gonna say something else and I forgot what it was. Um, oh, here's another thing. Um, can the harassment towards Billie Eilish stop? Like, it's getting to a point where it's like it's actually starting to get really bad. And can it like stop? Because now I'm starting to see people like act like she doesn't have depression, and I think that's very fucked up. And
This is all news to me. I'm sorry. I'm just like, whoa.
yeah, so yeah, just in case you're seeing someone like posting something on the internet that's like saying something really harsh about Billy, just call him out because pretending that someone doesn't have mental health issues is kind of messed up. But it's also like at the same time though, like if someone like clearly doesn't, just like try to call him out. But at the same time though, like you know, just I don't, just don't harass Billy anymore over that. Like if you don't like your music, that's one thing, but just don't harass her as a person. Especially since she's very young. Um,
Mhm.
third thing is not really that big in news because this is probably going to be irrelevant and not that much time. But Linkin Park recently released the 20th anniversary version of their album Hybrid Theory, which is probably my favorite album of all time. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say.
I'm
But
really looking forward to Cobra Kai season 3.
I never watched Cobra Kai.
Oh, you should really watch it. It's a good. It's a good watch.
All right, I'll try to.
Just go watch
Uh, so yeah, that's it for today's episode.
today's
Uh,
episode. Joji's Nectar.
so yeah, it was thank you guys for listening. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so then you can see what other content we'll put up in the future.
Yes,
Um,
please. And if you even made it to the very end, comment down the words PP caca, and you will get a corn dog sent to you in the mail.
God damn it, Jesse. Yeah, I'm Kieran,
I'm Jesse.
and we are Morbid Media.